Welcome to the Baseline. My name is Matthew Grayson with Doc Social, and this is the show where I give the editors a day off and I film a non-edited video lesson to where I can teach you guys a little bit more. Now, yesterday I made a short where I talked about how to film your first professional YouTube videos in 15 minutes. It was a 60-second short. Believe it or not, it was super hard to condense everything you need about a YouTube video into 60 seconds. But if you want to watch that short, watch it. It's really all you need. There's a long story and a short story to creating a successful YouTube channel. Now, that actually was a great example. So for YouTube, right, in a perfect world, you have a studio and you have editors and you have scripts and research and you know what the competitors are doing. That's a lot of stuff. It really is. It takes a staff, it takes team, it takes time, it takes money. People are so used to looking at guys like Dr. Mike and going, my videos don't look like Dr. Mike. Well, yeah, of course they don't, because Dr. Mike literally makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of his channel. He's got a team of about a dozen experts making sure his content is fun, amazing, perfect. You are not Dr. Mike. And you know what? Even Dr. Mike had to start at zero. Everybody starts at zero when they're making a YouTube channel. So don't compare yourself to Mr. Beast, to Dr. Mike. They have resources and experience you just don't. When I am recording these, it's kind of a test to myself because a lot of times I fumble my words, I say something wrong, and in a perfect world, I would want an editor to take that out. But honestly, like I said, this is an unedited video. I'm here to teach you guys, and hopefully you can take a lesson home with you that's going to help you build and grow your YouTube channel. If you are a medical expert, or really any expert, if you've been working on the same thing for 5 years, you're an expert, you need a video channel. It's the best way to get new clients, to make sure you've got a steady stream of leads coming your way. For doctors, it's an amazing way to get your advice out into the world, help people. One of my doctors that we're working with right now, we just passed a threshold. We just passed 1,000 subscribers, and his videos are on a slow day seen by about 400 people. On a good day, they're seen by 5,000 people. It's amazing how many people he's able to help with the YouTube channel. But I'm going to teach you a little bit more about how to create a YouTube channel and what goes into it. So in that 60-second video, I break down the 3 parts of a YouTube channel, 4 parts. So the first part is writing the research. I simplified research into saying, write down a list of topics that you can speak on. You would be shocked at how often this is all the research you need. Now, a company like Doc Social, we're going to do some things differently. We're going to look at experts in the field. We're going to look at who your competition is. We're going to look at who your local competition is. That's really fun and interesting. We're going to look at what people are actually searching on YouTube and Google in your specific area. If you are in Charleston, South Carolina, there's a chance that people are searching for very different things related to heart health than they would be in San Francisco, California. It really is weird how different areas of the country, they search different things for different specialties. I like to know what other videos for other competition worked well. It doesn't make any sense to start from scratch when there's so many great examples out there. Whatever your expertise, whatever your knowledge, there are other people in your field already talking about that. I would recommend following these people, not to compare yourself to them, not to beat yourself up when your videos are not to the same quality level as theirs, but to see what works. And a trick that I like to use, it's quick and easy. Go to a channel, look at their most popular videos ever. You record videos just like that. Use your own experience, use your own knowledge. Don't start the wheel from scratch. Learn from the experts. It's a great way to get started. You could spend months doing research, and I've run into a lot of other companies that do that. I remember this one company, they told me that they had was it 9 months? It was a 9-month research process before they started making content. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you waiting for? You could do the research in an afternoon and it would be more than enough to work on. You don't need 9 months to start a channel. You really don't. So I simplified it. What I said is just write down a list. You can do this. Another great way to start with your research is just write down all the questions that you hear most often. This is great for doctors because doctors find that in their expertise, they go over the same topics again and again and again. And these are fantastic things to start with. When we start with a new doctor, honestly, it takes months before we start to run to the end of frequently asked questions, things they know they want to talk about. It takes a while because any expert is well immersed in the subject matter, and you know what people don't know. You know what you know that stuns other people. That's a really great thing. What do you say to people that shocks them? That's a fantastic thing to record on video. So that's research simplified. Step number 1. Don't make this hard on yourself. Most people get stuck here and they never actually do the most important part of building a channel, which is the second step, the filming. You gotta film. There's no way to have a YouTube channel without video. It's getting harder and harder to have social media channels without video. Video outperforms every other type of content. Photos, articles, podcasts. I don't know why medical people love podcasts so much. Video podcasts will get 10 times the performance of an audio podcast any day of the week. Video is where it's at. There's a reason for this. Every single social media company is putting more and more emphasis towards video because they know how much people love it. They know how easy it is to consume. Websites are starting to replace paragraphs of text with video. A Facebook executive said a couple years ago, and he accidentally leaked this in an interview, and he said that the goal for Facebook is by 2025 to be video alone. Think about that. No text, no video, or no photos, just video on Facebook. Incredible. So you're going to film, and most people make filming more difficult than it needs to be. The two things that you need with filming is you need a light source and you need a camera. You may be looking at this video and thinking, you know, Matt, you don't have a light source. Yes, I do. I've got a number of light sources. I've got a big light here on my face. It's called a key light. I've got a light over the top of my head. I like to call it a halo. What it does is it makes the edges of yourself glow a little bit so you stand out from the background. I've got a light, a teeny little one. I'll show you how the sausage is made. This little guy right behind me, and when I'm in front of that, it looks like a nice glowing effect. It helps me pop from the background. I've got a couple background lights just for a little bit of color. You don't need this. You don't need this. It took me a long time to work up to this. I had to paint the room. I had to buy furniture, all this stuff. You don't need a studio, especially if you're an expert. The knowledge and advice that you have is far more valuable than any fancy studio. So all you're going to do is you're going to find a window in your house, in your office. You could be on vacation. You could be doing this in a hotel room, and find a window with some natural light. Sit facing the window. A lot of people put the window behind them. You're going to face it so it lights up your face. You're going to take your phone. I don't care how old your phone is. If you have a smartphone, and also who doesn't these days, it's got a nice enough camera. Microphone technology has changed dramatically in the last 3 years. I used to tell people you need a phone and a plug-in mic. I don't say that anymore. If you're filming in a small room, the microphone in here is good enough. You're going to put this camera at eye level. Some social media sites and some people, they like the vertical filming. I like the horizontal one. It's more cinematic. It's more in the movies and TV style that we're used to watching. It's more appealing, and the fun thing is, if you really want to get crazy and you want to make it vertical, you could trim that video, or an expert could trim that video. Imagine if this video were cut off right here. You wouldn't miss much. It would still be fine. We could still make a vertical video, but start horizontal. It's much better way to start. Now, when you're filming, all you got to do is you got to put the camera, the little dot right here, put it right at eye level, and you want it to be straight on looking at you. Don't do it down low looking up your nose. Don't do it up high looking down at your forehead. Don't get an angle. This is dramatic. It's like movies and TV show stuff. You don't need this. Look right into the camera. Talk right to the people that you're trying to share expertise with. Those of you who have done any film research or know anything about that, the more intense the angle, the more dramatic and intense the feeling for the viewer is. We don't want your viewer to feel stressed out or intense. We want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel like they're sitting down across the table from you and getting to know you, because these people are going to become subscribers, followers, patients, clients. These people want to get to know you, and you are talking directly to them. So look at them. That's it for filming, folks. Then you are going to press record when you start and record again when you stop. It's that easy. When you're starting out filming, a lot of people, especially doctors, get hung up on equipment. And I watched one guy build a studio and a spare office in his building, and I think he probably spent about $25,000 on equipment. And when he showed me the studio and we looked at the cameras and the microphones, the quality of the cameras and the microphones he bought was so low, I told him he had to replace everything he had just spent money on. He had just lit $25,000 on fire when he could have just used his phone or talked to an expert from the get-go. It's not worth it to waste time on equipment, especially when you're starting. The hardest thing when you're starting is to film. Just get on camera, start talking. Later, you can get a better microphone. Later, you can get a better camera or a better light. In time, you will watch your footage and then you'll go, oh, you know what? I don't like my background. I got to improve that. And that is going to add to your videos. You're going to go, oh, you know what? I do need a bit of a script or an outline to help me stay focused. That's going to improve my videos. That's how you grow. But right now, when you've got no videos or no regular videos, the most important thing is making videos and making regular videos. In that short, I talk about filming for 60 seconds. Why? 60 seconds is the amount of time that... That's embarrassing. See, this is what happens when you don't have an editor to fix things. If you're still watching right now, how many of you were bothered by that? By my phone going off? Well, if you're still here, you're fine, and if you're gone, you don't know anyways. If the knowledge that you're sharing is good enough, people will give you a few allowances for mistakes. So anyways, 60 seconds is the amount of time that YouTube requires to make a YouTube short. Right now, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram have an unofficial battle with TikTok. TikTok is incredibly popular. I think it's the fastest growing app to hit 100 million users ever in the history of mankind. Or platform. It's the fastest growing platform, faster than newspapers, radio, TV, Facebook, everything. So what YouTube is trying to do is they are trying to get their own 60-second or less videos to compete with TikTok. So every single short that is made gets promotion no matter how new or inexperienced your channel is. It's incredible. Nowhere on social media does a piece of content get this much promotion this early. This channel, Doc Social, is very new. I just started it. I put up 2 shorts. One of them got over 300 views. One of them got over 400. Those were the first pieces of content. I had 0 subscribers and people were watching. It amazed me. It stunned me. So you're going to start making YouTube shorts. If you have a short that you know is really important or you see takes off on the metrics, it gets a lot of views and subscribers, then you can make a longer video, just like I'm doing here. This is a longer video that gives more information than the short that I made, how to film in the your first pro YouTube videos in 15 minutes. So just film. Just get on camera. A light and a phone is all you need. When you record, I recommend doing a few of these. It only takes you 60 seconds or less a piece. The hardest part is going to be stopping the camera when you're at 60 seconds. If it's 61 seconds, it's no longer a YouTube short. It's not as useful for you. It's better to stop and do another video. In fact, if you record something, you get to 60 seconds and you go, oh, holy moly, I need at least 4 or 5 of these. Great. Do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Just make sure they're each 60 seconds or less. So that is filming. The next part, the last part, uploading. A lot of people get scared of this too. I've run into people, and this is actually pretty rare, where they've got a lot of content and they haven't posted nearly close to all of it. People get scared. I put all this work into it. What if nobody watches it? What if nobody likes it? What if someone says I'm fat or ugly or stupid? First of all, haters gonna hate. When you start your channel, it's very rare you get rude comments. If you do get rude comments, you just delete them and you block them. The fun thing about blocking on YouTube is people don't know they've been blocked. So they could keep saying nasty things and no one ever sees it except for them. It's kind of like vanquishing people to the void. It's a great form of revenge if someone's nasty. Most people are kind and supportive. When you get your first comments that people say, "You really helped me," it's a life changer for a doctor. You get comments like, "You helped me lose weight. You helped me live healthier. I can pick up my grandkids now. I just went to the doctor and I had the best blood tests I've ever had. My knees don't hurt as much." You are literally able to change people's lives with just sharing your knowledge on camera. This is why this is so fulfilling to me, because the progress doctors are used to making face-to-face with a single person, if you record this on video, you could be doing this with thousands of people in minutes of your time. And that's the really fun thing. Once you have a great video, it never takes more time for you to work on it, and thousands of people could see it. One of our doctors, his best performing video, it's getting close to 50,000 views. 50,000 people have seen it. He spent 15 minutes making this video 2 years ago, and still every day, I think 200 people watch it every single day. It's been incredible to watch. So, when you're uploading, we're going to make that simple too, because don't worry about tags, don't worry about captions or subtitles. There are two, you know what, let me do very simple and then pretty simple. So very simple is just uploading a video and picking a title. You literally go to YouTube, you click the thing that says upload video, you put a title, make the title interesting. If you're talking about treating people's diabetes, not using medication, you're not gonna say alternatives to diabetes medication. That's boring. You're not gonna say, actually do this instead of taking your diabetes medication is pretty interesting. But what you could say is, more effective than diabetes medication, question mark. You see, you hear how interesting that is? It makes people want to learn more. They want to click, they want to stop. You have 3 tools to getting people to stop and watch your video. The first is the thumbnail. The thumbnail, the purpose of that is to catch their interest. You've seen, ask someone under the age of 20 to look at social media. This is an experiment that you could do. It could be a family, friend, coworker, anybody. Just tell someone, I want you to use social media for 5 minutes. Don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't tell you what you're doing. What they're gonna do is they're gonna open up social media and they're gonna scroll. They're gonna scroll. Sometimes it's a swipe left or right. They're gonna swipe, they're gonna scroll. Anyways, they're scrolling up, down, or side to side. And they're looking for content to catch their eye. The purpose of a thumbnail is to stop that mindless scrolling and catch people's attention. The purpose of a title is to actually push people through to click on the video and to go, oh, that's interesting. You actually have a third thing that's going to help you, and that's a description. On YouTube, when you see a video in different ways of people searching for new content, they see the thumbnail, the title, and the description. So you have a short sentence where you can make the video even more compelling. The easiest way is to just upload same day, every week, same time, every week. Don't worry about that stuff too much. If you want to get a little bit more fancy, the easiest way to make a thumbnail is we're going to use a program called Canva, Canva.com. It's got the pro membership costs $15 a month. Worth it. I used to pay graphic designers to design thumbnails, to design documents, to design different things that I needed. Now I can do it all in Canva. A lot of people are scared of Canva for some weird reason. If you, like me, loved Microsoft PowerPoint back in the day, I was a PowerPoint champ for years. years, I mean, into the 2000s, I would build stuff on PowerPoint and present it to my work team at Stanford. And they go, how the hell did you make this? I said, oh, I used it in PowerPoint. And they're like, it's not a PowerPoint presentation. I'm like, I know, but that's the designer I know how to use. Canva took all the best things about PowerPoint and made it even easier. If you're saying to yourself right now, I don't know how to use Canva, I don't want to learn one more program, if you spend 5 minutes on Canva, you'll be a master of it. It's amazing what you can do. It's one of the best investments at $15 a month. If you have hired a graphic designer in recent memory, fire them. Use Canva. It's so incredible, so easy. In Canva, you go to the search bar and you type in YouTube thumbnails, and it has hundreds of templates for you. You pick a template you like, swap the person's face out with your own face, change the text on the screen, maybe change the image if you want to. You don't even have to do that. You now have a professional YouTube thumbnail. If you can make the thumbnail, the title, and the first sentence of the description interesting, you're doing great. That's what gets people to click. That is the less easy way to upload to YouTube. This video is starting to get pretty long. We're probably at the 20-minute mark right now. If you've been watching this long, you know a ton more about how to run your channel. And honestly, unless you're Dr. Mike, if you're watching this video, start here. Do not make it more complex than this. The hardest thing is starting. When we get a new doctor who works with Doc Social, what we notice is that it takes 3 to 6 months for YouTube to even understand what we're doing. YouTube will actually help your channel grow. They will promote your channel for free if they realize you create new original content. The content is high quality. There's an audience that is looking for content like yours, and those people will watch your videos. If you can prove this to YouTube, and all you got to do is post new videos once a week, if you could prove this to YouTube, they will start to send your videos to people. Essentially, they're saying, hey, based on what you're looking for, I think you're going to like this person. Watch their videos, see what you like, and you'll start to see your audience grow. You'll start to see metrics go up. A lot of doctors around this point, here's what they notice, is they notice more people calling the front office and want to set up an appointment. More patients that already work with them are coming in for more treatments, for more advanced treatments, because they've learned a little more. They notice better questions from their patients in the office and more productive time spent from patients who watch their YouTube channel. That's a lot of awesome feedback and results that people can start to see in the first 3 to 6 months. My last piece of advice for you, don't get discouraged. Stay persistent. If you have a wedding or an anniversary or a beach vacation with the family coming up and you want to lose some weight, and if you want to get strong because you know this event is 4 months in the future, what do? You hire an expert because you know that they know what to do in 4 months. They can help you be looking better in 4 months. If you have an issue with your car or with your HVAC system for your house or with your foundation, something that's too complex for you to fix, you call in an expert. If you want to start a YouTube channel, you can follow this video step by step until you realize you need some help. When you need some help, there are plenty of expert teams out there, teams like Doc Social, who would love to answer your questions and help your channel grow. If you have any questions about how you start making a channel or hesitations or frankly roadblocks that have stopped you, please put it in the comments. And if you want to learn how to start your video channel, subscribe to Doc Social because we have new videos like this coming out every single week and we want to help. Remember, if you are a 5-year expert, you already know what you need to know to start a YouTube channel. And if you are a doctor and you have 1 hour a month, Doc Social wants to help you build a YouTube channel. So subscribe and I'll teach you more. Bye.